12:15. And he said to them, Take care and be on your guard against all your covetousness, for one's life does not consist in the abundance of his possessions. In the 20th and 7th year of Jeroboam king of Israel, Azariah son of Amaziah king of Judah reigned. He was a son being 16 years old in his reign. In 52 years he reigned in Jerusalem. The name of his mother was Jechaliah of Jerusalem. He did the upright thing in the eyes of the Lord, according to all as much as Amaziah his father did. Only the high places he did not remove. Still the people sacrificed and burned incense in the high places. The Lord touched the king, and he was being leprous until the day of his death. He reigned in a house apart, and Jotham son of the king was over the house, judging the people of the land. The rest of the words of Azariah, and all as much as he did, behold, are not these written upon the scrolls of the words of the days of the kings of Judah? Azariah slept with his fathers, and they entombed him with his fathers in the city of David, and his son Jotham reigned instead of him. In the 30th and 8th year of Azariah king of Judah, Zechariah son of Jeroboam reigned over Israel and Samaria 6 months. He did the wicked thing in the eyes of the Lord, as did his fathers. He did not abstain from the sins of Jeroboam son of Nebat, who led Israel into sin. Shalom son of Jabesh confederated against him, and struck him in Kebleam, and killed him, and reigned instead of him. And the rest of the words of Zechariah, behold, these are written upon the scrolls of the words of the days of the kings of Israel. This is the word of the Lord which he spoke to Jehu, saying, Your son shall sit unto the 4th generation upon the throne of Israel. And it became so. Shalom son of Jabesh reigned in the 30th and 9th year of Azariah king of Judah, and he reigned a month of days in Samaria. Menahem son of Gadai from Tirzah ascended, came unto Samaria. He struck Shalom son of Jabesh in Samaria. He killed him, and he reigned instead of him. The rest of the words of Shalom and of his confederacy which he confederated, behold, these are written upon the scrolls of the words of the days of the kings of Israel. Then Menahem struck Tipsah, and all the ones in it, and its borders were Tirzah, for it did not open up to him, and he struck it. The ones having one in the womb he tore asunder. In the 30th and 9th year of Azariah king of Judah, Menahem son of Gadai reigned over Israel and Samaria 10 years. He did the wicked thing in the eyes of the Lord, and he did not abstain from the sins of Jeroboam son of Nebat, who led Israel to sin. In his days, Pul king of the Assyrians ascended upon the land, and Menahem gave to Pul 1,000 talents of silver for his hand to be with him, to strengthen his kingdom in his hand. Menahem brought forth the silver for Israel, excised upon every mighty man in strength, to give to the king of the Assyrians, 50 shekels for the one man. And the king of the Assyrians returned and did not station there in the land. The rest of the words of Menahem, and all as much as he did, behold, are not these written upon the scrolls of the words of the days of the kings of Israel? Menahem slept with his fathers, and Pekahiah his son reigned instead of him. In the 5th year of Azariah king of Judah, Pekahiah son of Menahem reigned over Israel and Samaria 2 years. He did the wicked thing in the eyes of the Lord, and he did not abstain from the sins of Jeroboam son of Nebat, who led Israel into sin. Pekah son of Remaliah his tribune confederated against him, and he struck them in Samaria, before the house of the king, with Argob and Ariah, with him 50 men from the sons of Gileadites, and he killed him and reigned instead of him. The rest of the words of Pekahiah, and all as much as he did, behold, these are written upon the scrolls of the words of the days of the kings of Israel. In the 50th and 2nd year of Azariah king of Judah, Pekah son of Remaliah reigned over Israel and Samaria 20 years. He did the wicked things in the eyes of the Lord, and he did not abstain from all the sins of Jeroboam son of Nebat, who led Israel into sin. In the days of Pekah king of Israel came Tiglath-Pileser king of the Assyrians, and he took Aion, and Abel Beth-Maacah, Genoa, Kenez, Hazor, Gilead, Galilee, all the land of Naphtali, and he settled them among Assyria. Hoshea son of Elah confederated a confederation against Pekah son of Remaliah, and he struck him and killed him, and he reigned instead of him in the 20th year of Jotham son of Uzziah. The rest of the words of Pekah, and all as much as he did, behold, these are written upon the scrolls of the words of the days of the kings of Israel. Now in the 2nd year of Pekah son of Remaliah king of Israel, Jotham son of Uzziah king of Judah reigned. He was a son, being 25 years old in his taken reign. In 16 years he reigned in Jerusalem. The name of his mother was Jerusha, daughter of Zadok. He did upright in the eyes of the Lord, according to all as much as Uzziah his father did. Only the high places he did not remove, and still the people sacrificed and burned incense on the high places. He built the gate of the house of the Lord, the upper, and the rest of the words of Jotham, and all as much as he did, behold, not these written upon the scrolls of the words of the days of the kings of Judah. In those days the Lord began to send against Judah Rezin, king of Syria, Pekah, son of Remaliah, and Jotham slept with his fathers, and they entombed him with his fathers in the city of David with his father, and Ahaz his son reigned instead of him. In the 17th year of Pekah, son of Remaliah, Ahaz, son of Jotham, king of Judah, reigned. Ahaz was the son, being 20 years old in his reigning. In 16 years he reigned in Jerusalem. He did not do the upright thing in the eyes of the Lord his God, as David his father. He went in the way of the kings of Israel, and indeed he led his son through fire, according to the abominations of the nations, which the Lord removed in front of the sons of Israel. He sacrificed and burned incense in the high places, and upon the hills, and underneath every tree of the woods. Then Rezin, king of Syria, ascended, and Pekah, son of Remaliah, king of Israel, to Jerusalem for war. They made assault against Ahaz, and they were not able to wage war. In that time Rezin, king of Syria, returned to Eloth to Syria, and cast out the Jews from Eloth, and the Edomites came into Eloth, and they dwelt there unto this day. Ahaz sent messengers to Tiglath-Pileser, king of the Assyrians, saying, I am your servant and your son. Ascend and deliver me from the hand of the king of Syria, and from the hand of the king of Israel, the ones rising up against me. Ahaz took the silver and the gold he found in the treasuries of the house of the Lord, and of the house of the king, and he sent gifts to the king of the Assyrians. The king of the Assyrians heard him, and the king of the Assyrians ascended up against Damascus, and seized it, and he resettled it, and killed Rezin. King Ahaz went to meet Tiglath-Pileser, king of the Assyrians, in Damascus. He saw the altar, the one in Damascus. King Ahaz sent to Urijah the priest the likeness of the altar, and the proportions of it according to all his makings. Urijah the priest built the altar according to all as much as King Ahaz sent from Damascus. Thus Urijah the priest did unto the coming of the king from Damascus. And the king came from Damascus. The king beheld the altar, and the king drew near to the altar, and ascended up unto it. He offered the whole burnt offering, and he sacrificed offerings. And he offered a libation of its libation offering to it, and he poured upon it the blood of the peace offering upon the altar. The brass altar which was before the Lord he brought forward in front of the house of the Lord, from between the altar and from between the house of the Lord, and he put it by the side of the altar, according to the north. King Ahaz gave charge to Uriah the priest, saying, Upon the great altar offer the whole burnt offering, the early morning sacrifice, and then the evening sacrifice offering, and the whole burnt offerings of the king, and his sacrifice offering, and the whole burnt offering of all the people, and their sacrifice offerings, and all their libation offerings, and all the blood of the whole burnt offering, and all the blood of the sacrifice offering you shall pour out upon it, and the altar of brass shall be for me in the morning. Urijah the priest did according to all as much as Ahaz the king gave charge to him. King Ahaz cut down the joinery of the bases. He moved the bathing tub from them, and the sea he lowered from the oxen of grass of the ones underneath it, and he put it upon a stone base. The foundation of the chair of the Sabbaths he built in the house of the Lord, and the entrance of the king the one outside he turned in the house of the Lord from in front of the king of the Assyrians. And the rest of the words of Ahaz, as much as he did, behold, are these not written upon the scrolls of the words of the days of the kings of Judah? And Ahaz slept with his fathers, and he was entombed with his fathers in the city of David, and Hezekiah his son reigned instead of him. O son, if receiving the saying of my commandments you shall hide it unto yourself, your ear shall obey wisdom, you shall set aside your heart unto understanding, you shall set it for admonition to your son. For if you should call upon wisdom, it should give your voice for understanding, and you should seek great perception with your voice. And if you should seek her as silver, and should search her out as for treasures, then you shall perceive the fear of the Lord, and you will find full knowledge of God. For the Lord gives wisdom, and from his presence knowledge and understanding. He treasures up deliverance to the ones keeping straight, and he will shield their goings. To guard the way of right actions, and the way of the ones venerating him he will protect. Then you shall perceive righteousness and judgment. You shall set up all courses of actions for good things. For if wisdom shall come into your consideration, and perception shall seem to be good for your soul, good counsel shall guard you, and sacred reflection will keep you, that it should rescue you from the evil way, and from the man speaking nothing trustworthy. O the ones abandoning the straight ways to go in the ways of darkness. Oh, the ones being glad over evils and rejoicing over evil perverseness, which paths are crooked and their tracks curved, to cause you to be far from the straight way. An alien of the righteous design, O son, you should not let bad counsel overtake you, which left the instruction of youth and forgot the divine covenant. For he put her house near death, and her courses of actions led by Hades with the earthen-born. All the ones coming near with her shall not return, nor shall they overtake straight paths, for they are not overtaken by years of life. For if they went by good paths, they would have found even the paths of righteousness smooth. The inhabitants of the earth will be gracious, and the guileless will be left behind in her. For the upright shall encamp in the land, and the sacred ones will be left behind in it. The ways of the impious shall be destroyed from the earth, and the lawbreakers shall be banished from it.
Matthew 16:24-26. Then said Jesus unto his disciples, If any man will come after me, let him deny himself, take up his cross, and follow me. For whosoever will save his life shall lose it, and whosoever shall lose his life for my sake shall find it. For what is a man profited if he shall gain the whole world and lose his own soul? Or what shall a man give in exchange for his soul? The Jewish people at the time of Christ were all too familiar with crucifixion. The Romans used it not just as a punishment for offenders, but as a deterrent to others to keep them from breaking the law. Public humiliation, the painful agony of prolonged death, and the grim reminder of the cost of going against Rome were all part of a calculated process. As Jesus carried out his earthly ministry, he knew he was heading for Calvary and the cross, but that did not deter him. Tozer wrote, The man in Roman times who took the cross and started down the road has already said goodbye to his friends. He is not coming back. He was not going out to have his life redirected. He was going out to have it ended. The cross made no compromise, modified nothing, spared nothing. It slew all of the man completely and for good, and it did not try to keep on good terms with the victim. It struck cruel and hard, and when it had finished its work, the man was no more. Despite the cost, Jesus declared that his followers would have to be willing to make that kind of sacrifice. In fact, Jesus said that anyone who is unwilling to pay the cost cannot truly follow in his steps, and whosoever doth not bear his cross and come after me cannot be my disciple. The cost of salvation was paid in full by Jesus. It is completely free to us, but the cost of true discipleship is high, and only as we are willing to pay it are we living like the Lord. The grace God extends to us freely is worthy of a sacrifice we are called to make for him.